Is Chicken Genius lucky or right? And should you pay attention to him? Should you actually follow him, especially if you are a Tesla stock investor? Let's take a look in this video. The first thing that I do when I look at someone and ask myself, should I really pay attention to what this person is saying other than for entertainment? I like Chicken Genius Singapore. I love him. He's very entertaining, but would I actually listen for financial advice from his videos that he makes? I have a very simple rule for myself, which is probably the number one thing that helped me accumulate a net worth of over $10 million. And I'm in my late 20s right now. Number one thing I do is I look at the person's net worth and I adjust it for age. And I want to see if someone is in their 40s, I want to see a net worth of somewhere between 50 at least million to 100 million preferably. If someone is, let's say, 30, I would want to see a net worth of at least 10 million. And as we progress with age, that number changes, because the older you are, the easier it is to accumulate a lot of wealth because of compounded interest. You learn a lot. You just have advantages over other people. You have more connections. So it's really a good indicator of how successful someone is and whether they're worthy of listening to, at least for me, that is. Now, Ken is in his 40s, that is his actual name. And in this video, which he made on March, I believe 16, March 11th, he showed his portfolio. So he has two portfolios. This one is a little over 4 million, and he got another portfolio which was over 1 million at the time. So his net worth was over 5 million at the time. For Tesla stock, which was his biggest holding at the time, for that specific period, that was basically the bottom for Tesla stock. Now, Ken does hold a few other holdings other than Tesla stock, but Tesla stock is the main investment that he has in his stock portfolio. Unlike me, I only have Tesla stock in my stock portfolio. So it is unclear exactly where Chicken Genius Singapore would be today. In this video, Ken does say that he missed the upside and he missed the downside, but then he shorted the stock right here and he made some profit here. Unclear how much. I would imagine it's not a crazy significant number, but surely a nice addition. In my last videos, there were a few comments that said that I was wrong to say that Chicken Genius aimed for a price target of 120. Well, I would like to show this tweet to everyone. Just to show you, he does have a price target of 120, not just 140. That's the range. Another thing that you have to understand about Chicken Genius is that he's been retired since the age of 38. I believe he is in his 40s now. So obviously, once you retire, your strategy is going to change a little bit. Even if you don't really say that it has changed, I believe subconsciously your mindset shifts from accumulating to now more preserving. So then Ken shows us a price target on his Twitter account in the range of 120 to 140. Another thing that I think a lot of people miss is that Ken, from where I stand, I don't think he is anymore in the phase of accumulating and maximizing his long-term wealth. He's more about preserving it short-term, even if that leads to perhaps potential lower gains in the very, very, very long term. However, so far this year, Ken shorted Tesla stock and actually made money shorting Tesla stock, according to him. So for me personally, and you can see this in this video, he shorted from around here to just a little bit lower, which that position is now closed based on this video, unless he opened a new one. And for me, I'm not emotionally invested in Tesla stock or how someone makes their money. As long as you make it legally And ethically, which shorting a stock in this case, I think it's perfectly, of course, definitely legal, and I don't have a problem in terms of ethics with this. I don't think Chicken Genius Singapore is coming out with things that he does not believe and then spreading FUD. I think what he says, he actually believes in it, so I don't see any issue there. So anyone who makes money in a legal, ethical way, I will respect them for that. However, I might disagree with them, but I do respect Chicken Genius Singapore, and I actually, when I watch his videos, I love him. It's funny. He's very entertaining. And of course, he has made a lot of money from Tesla stock. He bought around here. I bought my first share in early 2019. So he bought a little bit earlier. For me, I wanted to see profits first. And I wanted to be fully sure that Tesla will never go bankrupt, that it is profitable. And at that time, I bought the stock and it's been down 50%. So admittedly, my timing was not perfect. But when I look back, do I tell myself, oh, you should have waited, Matt? No, I don't. If anything, I'm thinking, why didn't I put more money into Tesla stock? I could have sold some of my properties, as an example. Another YouTuber, Tom Nash, who knows Chicken Genius Singapore personally, he interviewed him as well. He says that Ken is more of a trader. So when you are a trader, that's literally what you do. You try to time the market. And if you are a good trader, you will make quite a nice amount of money. So to me personally, even though Chicken Genius is still long on Tesla long term, this is no surprise to me that he would be bearish on Tesla stock short term, because that's basically what traders do. However, why am I not selling my Tesla stock? Why do I keep holding, and why do I in fact keep buying more? Even if a stock drops, I will be happy to buy more and I won't regret selling any today, because Tesla stock is so volatile that it can be quite hard to predict exactly what is going to happen. And when it comes to timing the market, can you time a market? My belief is yes, you can. However, can you time it every single time? Maybe you can do it 7 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, maybe even 9 times out of 10. But that one time you are wrong, you are going to either lose a lot of money or at best miss on enormous gains that you otherwise could have kept. And Gary today made this tweet about his updated Tesla stock catalyst. He expects a $10 billion buyback in Q4 for Tesla. That's going to be interesting to see if that happens. This would be quite bullish for Tesla stock. But of course, we do have the Twitter overhang that will be lifting soon, hopefully, hopefully this time. Then a wide FSD beta release soon, hopefully as well. And those who are still concerned about demand issues, there's going to be a $7,500 credit. I think this will make it a little bit more clear to those who are concerned that hey, look, there's not going to be a demand issue. I don't think there is, but for those who think there is a problem, I think this might start changing their mind a little bit when January comes and may see waiting times getting longer again. And really the biggest reason why I don't want to sell any Tesla stock, even if I think most likely it will drop, even if I thought that, I still wouldn't sell it, because then you look at the past with exponential AI technologies, basically every single time, whatever experts think the timeline is for solving the issues, in this case full self-driving, they basically always get it wrong. They think, it'll take 10 years and it happens in 6 months. I think probably the same will happen for full self-driving, in my deep conviction. Now, is it coming this year, next year, year after, or year after that? To me, that doesn't really matter, because my conviction is that Tesla will be the first to solve full self-driving. That's the main thing that matters. And when that happens, no matter what is happening to macro, S&P could be down 80%. If full self-driving is solved, and robotaxis are on the road, I think that will beat anything going on in the world. Any pressures, it will go up like a rocket. I want to show you this article. Now, this is from 2017, and this is about AlphaGo. So just last year, Google DeepMind's AlphaGo took the world of artificial intelligence by storm, showing that a computer program could beat the world's best human Go players. Now, this is where it gets completely preposterous. Using less computing power and only 3 days of training time, AlphaGo Zero beat the original AlphaGo in a 100 game match by 100-0. It wasn't even worth humans showing up. This is what I'm talking about. The progress when you're almost done, the progress starts accelerating so fast, and it just keeps getting better and better and better and better, that it's really difficult to comprehend. So because of full self-driving, I'm not touching my Tesla stock at all. I'm buying more. Getting back to Ken, is he lucky? Is he right? Should you listen to him and take his advice and do what he is doing? This is what I'm doing. So is there luck? I think some of us eventually all get lucky. Is he right? Well, he made money. So that's definitely not wrong. Hard to say how that can be wrong. Now, is it because of how competent Chicken Genius is? Well, many would say, yes, he is competent. For me to listen to someone for financial advice, from someone who's 40 years old, in his 40s, I would like to see net worth in the 50 to 100 million range at least. For now, when Chicken Genius Singapore released a new video, I watch it. I like his videos. They are very entertaining. So I watch it for commentary. Maybe there's some new concept that some sort of news that he's looking at that I haven't seen. So I'm also looking for that. I watch everyone. Doesn't mean that I am going to take their advice or do exactly what they are doing. I like to think for myself. And another thing that I would like to point out, which I think some people are missing this. If you look at the name of the channel, it's literally Chicken Genius Singapore. It's intended to be funny intentionally, and I can admitted that on the interview with Tom Nash, that he wanted to pick something, a name for a channel that was not serious, so that people could perhaps see, hey, look, this is just more about having fun. And that's what I take it as. To me, watching Ken is pure fun and pure entertainment. And sometimes I also like his thoughts. And I also like to watch people that have convictions that are complete opposite of mine, especially when it comes to Tesla stock. I mean, I have money in Tesla stock. So if there is a reason for me to sell the stock, I want to know what that reason is. And if I don't have a very good comeback to that, then maybe I would reconsider my position. But so far, everything that I see for myself, that is, I don't see any reason for me to sell Tesla stock. Keep in mind, I'm a long-term investor. I'm planning to hold Tesla stock from today at least for 10 years. So even if the stock tanks and keeps dropping, I'm intending to keep that for at least 10 years. Now, if a stock skyrockets and if it 10x's in 1 year, there is a point where I will sell. If I look at the PE ratio and the earnings of a feature and I can justify the stock price, I will sell. Now, it would take a lot for the stock to go up right now for me to sell, because I see full self-driving, I see Tesla taking over the EV market, I see Optimus robot coming out later. I see the insurance industry that Tesla will take over, although that's going to be a rather small portion of Tesla's market cap. I see so many other opportunities, and probably Elon is going to come with something else for Tesla to do something else to expand into. I mean, in Texas, Tesla right now is actively looking into lithium refining. And before Elon said multiple times that they don't want to get into that business, but now it looks like we are forced to get into that business for them to, get the supply of lithium and then take advantage of everything that is in the market and to sustain the number one position that Tesla is in right now. If you hold Tesla stock or any investment, I always only invest in things that I fully understand to a very deep level. If something looks very good and very promising, and even if it's someone really smart saying I should invest my money into it, unless I fully understand it, I'm not putting any of my money into that investment. I am a very conservative investor in many ways. The first thing I look at is just the downside, and with Tesla, I don't see much downside even in a very bad case scenario, but I see a lot of upside. That is why I'm keeping the stock. So I like Chicken Genius Singapore. Any videos he makes, I will almost certainly watch them. They are so entertaining. If you would like to learn why I only hold Tesla stock, I made a video, 48 reasons why. Click on that right now, and I will see you there. My name is Matt Posius. Thank you so much for watching.